everyone, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. I'm sorry I have been MIA for about 2 weeks on here and also my Instagram. Just a quick life update. I was really sick 2 weeks ago. I had tonsillitis, so I couldn't really do much, and I was on antibiotics, but I'm all good now, which is really good. Last week I started my own outdoor personal and group training, so that's keeping me really busy last week. So I finally had a chance now to sit down and film this video for you today. So basically, a quick life update, which was that. Today's video is basically answering questions on my Instagram. This is my Instagram. I put up a post asking you guys to send me some questions in. So this was the question box to get to know me a bit more and just have a bit of a sit down chat. So let's get into the video. So the first question, what's the most interesting thing that happened to you this week? So today's Tuesday, so I'm going to take this question back from last week. So last week, the most interesting thing was when I did my first outdoor session for my business. That was very exciting. Like, it just didn't feel real, but it just made me feel so happy and excited for how far I've come in my life, basically. So I think that was the most interesting thing that's happened. By the way, my life's pretty boring. Like, it's just, I go to work, eat, train, have a small social life. That's all really. So kind of repeat that, yeah? 5 things you couldn't live without. So 5 things. So I think one would have to be family, because I love family. Like, families are so important to me. So it'd be family. I'm going to say my watch. I have a Garmin watch, so I think that would be, I guess if you're like a health or fitness person, you're like, I love a good watch. I did used to have a Fitbit, but they always broke. So I went and got a Garmin, and I love it. It's so good. So family, my watch, my coffee, because I'm a coffee snob. My activewear, Sarah's Day activewear. I love it. I literally live in activewear every day. And I'm going to say I couldn't live without exercise or training, because I love it and it feels so good when I train. Yeah. It's very odd. It's very, I know. See, I'm a really odd person. Oh, family, watch, coffee, fitness wear, exercise. Anyway. Next question. Favorite food. Okay, now this is going to be odd. People are going to think this is odd, but I absolutely love it. It's probably a cross between tuna and chickpeas. I know, I'm such a weirdo. But I don't know, I just love it so much. Like, you can make so many things with like those 2 ingredients. Like with my tuna, I can have like a tuna salad, or I make like tuna patties, or I'd be making this really nice tuna bake with like chickpea pasta and cottage cheese, and it's so good. And then chickpeas, you can make hummus, and then you can have hummus on like crackers, or like hummus with carrot sticks, and you can also even just like roast them up and just have them as a snack. Yum. See, I'm a weirdo, but anyway, I like it. Do you prefer weights or cardio? Now, I love a good cardio / like HIIT session, like a high interval training session, like, sprints, burpees and stuff like that. But then I also do love a good weight session, because I know how important it is to have a balance. So at the moment it's kind of more HIIT cardio, but I'm going to be upping my weights, a little bit more now that gyms are open, to get a bit more, I want to get a bit more stronger and a bit more toned up. Yeah. What's your go-to snack? Okay. So some days I eat snacks and some days I don't. But at the moment I'm really into protein balls. So I made some protein balls yesterday that I found on, I follow a girl on Instagram, and she had these protein balls, and they got like oats, peanut butter, honey, and I put protein powder in them, just Happy Way vanilla, and I also put raw cacao nibs, so like the raw chocolate nibs in them, and they were so good. But I also did on my Instagram, I did make a really yummy, or 2. One was like a vanilla and cinnamon protein balls, and one was like a triple chopped fudge protein balls, and they were delicious. Like, I had to, I made like a whole batch, and they were gone in like a day, so, because everyone loved them. Because they just, like, you ate them and it just tasted like fudge, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. Next question. How old are you? I am 26. I know, how crazy. I'm nearly 30. That is really scary. Anyway. What is your favourite coffee? So if you don't follow my Instagram, you would know I literally post this coffee nearly every single day. I haven't in the last couple of weeks because I've been MIA. But my favourite go-to coffee is the Before You Speak. So I buy this online. I can also buy it at my local health food shop. But this is the Glow Mocha one. They have so many different flavours. I also love their caramel one and their OG one. So I normally have a sachet of this. So there's come in little sachets. Like that. Put one sachet in. And then they also, the same company also do creamers. So this one's a caramel one. So I have one scoop of this with one sachet of that, and I put in some coconut and almond milk and then some ice. So it's kind of like an iced latte, and I love it. And I normally make like a big one because I love it so much. But sometimes I'll have 2 a day, but I'm trying just to have one so they last. Can you share your health and fitness journey? So I get this question a lot. So basically my journey started when I was 21. And when I was 21, I started basically, I didn't like the way I looked or felt or anything like that, and I wanted to change. So basically I kind of started running. I would run, and I also kind of reduced what foods I ate. But silly me, I did really stupid things during when I first started because I had no idea. So I literally cut out carbs and literally all my favorite foods like chocolate and stuff, and I literally cut it out. So I was like really strict, which is really stupid. Like thinking back then, it was really stupid to do, but I didn't have the knowledge. So basically I just cut it out, and now I realise it's a really stupid thing to cut foods out because you need carbs basically for energy, and it's good to still enjoy your foods that you love instead of cutting everything out. So that's what I kind of did, and then I joined a gym. So I lost over 35 kilos, and then I joined a gym and did bike classes. I then did my Les Mills RPM training to become a bike instructor. So I did that in 2018, and then the following year I finished my certificate 3 in fitness. So I studied that online while I was working in childcare. So before I became into fitness, I used to work in childcare. So I did that, and then this year I did my training to become a sprint instructor, which is high intensity training on a bike. And then in February or March I finished my Cert 4 in fitness, which was so amazing. And then I started working in my local gym as a personal trainer in March. So that's kind of my journey. So basically kind of started out just doing basically running because that's all I knew. Then I joined a gym and got it. I invested in a PT, and they helped me, learn about the machines and what to do and stuff, and show me a program and stuff like that. And then and then this month I started my own business, but I'm also still working at my gym and also going to be doing my business, my outdoor group and personal training, which is so exciting. Next question. What Les Mills programs do you teach? So I am trained in Les Mills RPM and sprint, and I have one sprint class a week, and I teach sprint, but then I also cover RPM if I'm needed. Have you always been into health and fitness? No. So basically before I was 21, I would literally eat what I wanted, and I used to work at McDonald's when I was younger, so I would literally eat everything I wanted. I didn't care what I ate. I didn't exercise. I basically just sat at home and did nothing, and just ate all this food that made me feel really sick. So basically when I was 21, that's kind of when I turned my life around. I was like, I want to eat healthy. I want to feel good in myself. So basically that's kind of when I started to really get into my health and fitness. And now I'm still into it, but I'm not as strict as I am. Now I eat all food groups. I enjoy my chocolates, and I go out for dinner if I need to. I have a slice of pizza because it's all about balance in what I feel from my journey. I was really strict back then, but now I'm a bit more lenient, which helps me stay on track. What's your experience like being a Les Mills trainer? So my experience is amazing. So when you go do the training, you learn so much. They teach you so much. All their information is backed up by scientific research, and it works because you see they've actually done trials on people and the results have actually worked. So my experience would be, it was just been amazing. Like if you've never done any sort of Les Mills program, I would highly recommend going and trying one out because it is amazing. The instructors are amazing. The international trainers are amazing. The presenters that do the videos are amazing, and you learn so much. And even when each 3 months, each 3 months you get a new release, so still the same program but just a different release, and you learn how to do that. And I feel like you learn so much, and then I'm able to get everything that I've learned to bring to my class and help people kind of achieve their goals in this cycle class. So yeah, my experience has been amazing, and like if you were thinking about doing the training, I would highly recommend doing it because it is so worth it. Like it's a bit stressful for me because I wanted to pass so bad, but they're pretty, like everyone in my group passed, so that was kind of good. And they're always there to help you if you're stuck. So I think it's a really it's an amazing industry to be in, an amazing world, because it's like worldwide. I think the headquarters of Les Mills is in New Zealand, so very worldwide and just amazing, and just yeah. What made you decide to become a personal trainer? So basically that just comes back to my own personal health and fitness journey I had, and then all the studies I did, and I learned so much, and all that learning I really wanted to educate other people to be like, oh, we can do this for this reason, or we can have this and do this to help you get your goals. So I feel like what I've learned and what I've experienced helps me be able to train people and understand where they're coming from. So I think that's kind of my why I became a PT, and I just love, like I'm just obsessed and in love with training and moving my body and feeling good and achieving my fitness and health goals. Yeah. Next question. What made you decide to start your fitness journey? So basically it comes down again to my journey that I started when I was 21. I basically couldn't do anything. Like I literally would eat so much food and not move my body at all, and then that's how I gained so much weight. And I was like, on that day something came, I had like this quote. I'm going to put this quote up here, and this was a quote that I had in my room hanging up, and every morning I would get up and that would be like my inspiration to keep going for myself. So before I started, I was like, I had no confidence. I just felt gross inside, felt bloated. My digestion was off, and I would always be like, if I went to the gym, I would always be one that sits in the back of the class because I was too scared to go to the front because I was felt like people were judging me, and it just came down to that. And then one day I decided, like, I don't like the way I look, I feel, I want to change, and I did that for myself. So I think it's really important to make sure you kind of, if you're on like a health and fitness journey, to do it for yourself. Don't do it for other people, like, because in the end, you're the one that's doing it for you. Like, yeah, I hope that makes sense. And I think I got one more question. What's the biggest challenge you have overcome? I kind of like this one. This is a really good question. So I think my biggest challenge was when I first started in the fitness industry. I felt like I had a mentor now, but yeah, that I felt like I had to, she wanted me to be like her, she wanted me to teach like her, she wanted me to train like her, and she just wanted me to basically be like a version of her, which I was like, at the time, I was like, oh, okay, like I have to do this because I kind of need you as my mentor. Looking back from that, you don't need to be someone else. Like if you're in an industry that you love, there's always going to be people that will probably judge you and everything the way you look. One, like I don't have a six pack. I'm not a size. I'm a big built girl. I have fat on me, and I love myself, and I really don't care what people say. But back then, I was very insecure the way I looked, and then if I didn't look like this, my mentor, I felt like I would never succeed in this industry. So it was really hard for me to, because my mentor would literally drill into my head, you need to be like me, you need to be this, and this. And I got to the point where I was like, why am I putting myself through someone else to be like, why am I putting myself through that to be like her? I don't want to be like her. I want to be me. I want people to like me. I don't want people to come to the classes and be like, we want you to be like her, because that's not what it's about. Like, people, you're a unique person, and I feel like if you're in a career that you love, people will like you for you. And if people don't, then that's not you shouldn't worry about that, because there's always going to be people that don't like you. They might not like the way you train, the way you instruct, the way, I don't know what it is. But yeah, so I think that was my biggest challenge, to take that leap of faith, to kind of go from someone wanting me to be like her to being me, and bringing my love out and my personality out. And people like that, then they did. If they didn't, then yeah. I like that question, yeah, because it's very challenging, especially in like the fitness industry, where people expect you to look a certain way, be a certain way. It's like, no, there's so many people out there, different shapes, sizes, and anything, and we're all unique, and we all bring something different, and that's what I feel is really important. Yes, I think that was probably my my over challenge. So basically, I just had to kind of remove myself from that situation, and it took me a while. It probably took me maybe a couple of months to get my head around, okay, I need to be like me, not like the other person. And it took a while, and it was challenging, but then in the end it was the best thing ever, because I don't want to be like her. I want to be me, and people will love me for me, and if they don't, then they don't. I think I've said that about 50 times. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for all the questions. I love sitting down and watching people just answer questions about them in life. And yeah, so I'm hoping to be back and doing more videos and posting a bit more on my social media. But let me know if you guys want any specific videos. I'm hoping to do some more meal prep, like cooking videos, and show you guys some recipes, because that was being highly requested. But yeah, other than that, have a good day, everyone, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.